What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Today we're going to be talking about the full LED light bulb conversion, however you want to say it, to the interior of the E90 M3. I do just want to state I had a few people asking for this video. However, I believe they were asking for LED interior light bulbs on different models of cars. The LEDs, from what I understand, can vary depending on what kind of car you have, so you will need to do your due diligence and figure out which LED light bulbs work in your interior. I'm simply going to go through the ones that worked in my E90. So the bulbs that come in the E90 M3 factory are in fact halogen. They're just those yellow whitish bulbs that you see in these cars, and they don't look that good. The previous owner seemed to have taken their own LEDs, which were honestly a mixture of some halogens and some really old, just crappy LEDs, and put them in the car, and some of them didn't work, some of them did work, some of them flickered, some of them didn't even turn on, some were yellow, some were white. So I took the time to just figure out which LEDs worked with this car, and I replaced them all. To replace every single LED in this car, it was about 10 LEDs total. I replaced the two floodlights that are in the bottom of the door. Sometimes they call them shadow lights. This car only has the front driver and passenger side floodlights that actually have lights in them. The back doors do not have that. The F30 does, however, have floodlights in both the front and the back doors. So it was a little bit different process for this. I do know for sure that the shadow lights, floodlights, whatever you want to call it, in the F30 are actually different than the E90. I like it better in the E90 because you can use one bulb for all of the bulbs in this car, whereas in the F30 it was like a slew of different kind of bulbs that you needed in order to replace the LEDs. So just like any other video, I'm going to put a link down in the description to the actual bulbs that I used in my E90. And then if you guys do have an E90, obviously you can go ahead and order those same bulbs. Like I mentioned before, you guys, these bulbs may or may not work in whichever model car you have, year car you have. A simple search online should be able to tell you which bulbs you do in fact need for your car. So let's hop in the car. I'm going to show you exactly which LED bulbs I replaced, and then I'll show you how to access each one. So one of my favorite tools obviously is a trim tool. I use this more than anything in my garage because honestly, anytime you're taking out panels, even lights, you will want to use a plastic trim tool. I'll also link the trim tool set down below. I highly suggest you guys go ahead and purchase one. So if we take a look in the car, obviously you can see I have the LEDs working. Now before, they were not like a white clear blue, they were actually just like a yellow, and they looked absolutely terrible. So what I replaced are these shadow lights, floodlights. I replaced the footwell lights. I replaced the dome lights, front and back. And I also replaced these little side dome lights as well. So every single bulb in this car is now LED, which just looks way better, especially at night. It looks really, really good at night. So in order to actually remove this dome light piece, it's pretty simple. You just peel from the front, and there's two tabs in the back, and it comes right out just like that. And as you'll see, there's a little LED in there. And so now you can actually see the LEDs. There's a little guy right here. And in order to get these side ones out, there's a little plastic piece. You just pull on it and that comes out. And then you can access the actual bulb. You just pull out the bulb and push in the new LED. Now, one thing that is important to note, some of these are polarity specific. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Polar specific, maybe that's not it either. But basically what that means is this has to go in a certain way. If you don't put it in the right way, it in fact will not work. So if you put it in and you're like, well, it doesn't work, try flipping it around and see if it works then. I had to do that on a couple of them. I believe it's called polarity specific. I don't know. You guys can burn me in the comments if that's not right. But either way, that is how we access the dome light LEDs. It's the exact same process for the ones in back and the ones up front. Putting this piece back on is as simple as you took it off, two clips on the back, and pop it into place, and you're good. So for these door lights, shadow lights, you basically just pry on one side, and this whole piece will come out with the wire. And then once we have this actual light box piece out, you can unplug it from the actual box like that. And inside of this actual box, you just twist the actual bulb and pull out like that. And you'll see that I have the little LED sitting inside this casing. The LED just pulls out. So there's your original LED, and all you're doing is placing it into that casing and then inserting it into the box, just the same way that you pulled out the old one, like that. Go ahead and plug that in, put it right back up in the door, same way you removed it. So you will want a trim tool for this. Any of these lights, it's way easier if you have a trim tool. So the process that we just used for that door light is actually the same process that we use for the lights in the footwells. It's the same exact box, the same exact wires, the exact same LED. So we just take our trim tool, get in there, pull it out, pull out the actual bulb casing, then pull out the bulb, and then we just reinstall the new one the same way that we pulled it out. So the LEDs in general just look way better in the car. Everything looks much cleaner with having them in, as well as they're far brighter. And I also believe that the LEDs also take less voltage to light up than a halogen bulb. So that's also a added benefit to these. These will not throw any codes in your car. It's simple plug and play with these. So you guys really should have no problem just throwing these in and moving on. All right guys, so there you go. Simple one today, nice and quick. I just wanted to make this video because I had a lot of people asking for it. And anytime you guys request videos, I do try to actually make those videos. So yeah, the M3 is coming a long way. I've been doing a ton of work on this lately. I have a bunch of parts ordered. It's gonna be exciting. This car is just incredible and I absolutely love it. Like I said before, you guys, everything that you need in order to do this install is in the description. The LEDs that I personally bought for my E90 M3, as well as the trim tool set that I use almost daily with both of my cars. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Please do subscribe if you're new here. Comment down below, like this video, and hit that bell notification just like that. This video is over, and I'm out. Peace.